Hello guys! Welcome to my channel. Today sasagutan natin yung mga lumabas na math items noong past college admission sa Bicol University under Civil Engineering. Ito ay binigay sa mga below quota students para mabigyan ng second chance and in-exam nila in Google Form. Ito ay nakuha ko sa aking kabarkada, isa rin sa mga takers ng Civil Engineering. Kaya kung ikaw ay interesado, panoorin mo ito. Lalong-lalo na meron na ngayong mga entrance exam sa iba't ibang universities. Lalong-lalo na ang Bicol University. So let's get started. What is the value of k so that the equation 4x squared plus 4k minus 3x plus 1 is equal to 0 has two equal roots? So, kailan ba tayo nagkakaroon ng equal roots ng quadratic equation? Kapag yung discriminant ay equal to 0. So, ang discriminant natin is b squared minus 4ac. So, dapat daw equal siya sa 0. Ano tong b, a, and c? Sila yung mga coefficients ng quadratic equation. Ito yung a, yung coefficient ng x squared. Ito yung b, yung coefficient ng x. And ito yung c, yung constant. So, dito yung c. Now, kung curious tayo, saan ba to galing na formula? Galing to sa quadratic formula. Di ba ang quadratic formula is negative b plus or minus b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So, di ba? Tignan natin, obserbahan natin. Kapag itong na expression na to ay equal to 0, ang makukuha nating roots ay parehas lang naman. Kasi di ba ang quadratic formula, ang roots na ibibigay sa atin is dalawa, which is yung positive na part and may yung negative to kapag negative to. So, kapag 0 pala to, ang makukuha lang natin na roots ay isa lang naman, which is multiplicity of 2. Ibig sabihin, itong quadratic formula, dapat dalawa yung makukuha mo, pero kapag 0 to, isa lang naman siya, which is parehas, equal yung roots. So, ganyan dito galing yung eto. Kasi pag inequate mo to sa 0, pwede mong alisin yung radical sign, and dito ka lang naman mapupunta. So, now, substitute na natin. Ang b natin is 4k minus 3. Squared natin. A natin is 4. C natin is 1. Then, expand na lang natin. We have 16k squared minus 24k. So, dapat marunong na tayo mag-expand ng quadratic equation. We have 9 plus 16 minus pala to. Equal to 0. So, simplify. Minus 7. And dapat marunong tayong mag-factor. This is equal to 4k plus 1 and 4k minus 7. Check nyo na lang. And equate each to 0. We have k is equal to negative 1/4. In-equate ko lang to sa 0 and nilipat ko siya, naging negative 1 divided by 4. And yung isa is 7 over 4. Lipat ko, naging positive 7 divided by 4. And this is our answers. Sila yung values ng k wherein kapag sinubstitute mo, ang roots ay equal and isa lang. Determine the length of the latus rectum of the parabola x squared minus 6x minus 51 is equal to 0. First, ano ba tong latus rectum? Latus rectum is a line passing through the focus. Kunwari, mayroon tayong parabola. Ganito yung parabola, kunwari. And eto yung focus natin. So, ang latus rectum natin is eto na line na magpapas dyan. And in this problem, ang hinahanap is yung length niya. So, paano ba natin mahanap yung length ng latus rectum? Ang gagawin lang natin is convert natin to into standard form ng parabola. Since x yung naka-squared, ang standard form ng parabola is x minus h squared is equal to 4p y minus k. Kasi meron pa tayong isang formula kapag y yung naka-squared. Ito yung y minus k squared 4p x minus h. Parehas lang naman sila, magkamuka. Ito lang yung nagbago sa kanila. Nagkabaliktadan lang ito. So, dito lang tayo magpo-focus na dito. So, paano ba natin yan gagawin? Since may nakita tayong y, and dito sa given walang y, pwede natin gawing yung 0 na y. That is equal to y. Pwede yan. Next, ang gagawin ko is, ililipat ko sa kabila, magiging y plus 51. And now, since may nakita tayong binomial na naka-squared, so basically, mag-complete the square tayo. So, complete the square natin to. How to complete the square? Divide the coefficient of x by 2, then squared. Negative 6 divided by 2 is negative 3. Squared mo, that is positive 9. And since nag-add ka ng positive 9 sa left, mag-add ka rin sa right side para maging equal pa rin yung equation natin. Next, kinomplete the square natin to kasi pwede natin to isulat as x minus 3 squared. Perfect squared trinomial, pwede natin siya isulat as square of a binomial. Pwede mong i-divide lang by 2. Now, we have y plus 60. And now, nasa form na tayo ng standard form. X minus h squared, 4p y plus k. And pwede natin siyang lagyan ng 1 since wala na tayong mapafactor dito. So, ang latus rectum dyan is etong 4p. Therefore, ang length ng latus rectum natin is 1 unit. So, eto na yung answer natin. The total volume of two spheres is 100 pi cubic units. The ratio of their areas is 4:9. What is the volume of the smaller sphere? Okay, paano ba to? Isa-isa natin sila. The volume of two spheres is 100 pi cubic units. So, we can denote Vs as yung volume ng maliit na sphere and yung volume ng malaki as Vb. And yung total volume daw is 100 pi cubic units. Yan. Next, the ratio of their areas is 4:9. So, dapat alam muna natin kung ano yung formula ng area ng sphere. That is 4 pi r squared. And now, we will denote r, maliit na r is radius ng maliit na sphere. And big R is the radius of the big sphere, bigger and smaller. So, makukuha natin yung ratio ng areas nila is equal to 4/9 given sa atin. And etong area ng smaller, using this formula, pwede natin siya makuha. So, area of the smaller is 4 pi r squared since ang radius ng small natin is r. And the area of the bigger is 4 pi r squared. Since yung radius ng malaki is malaki rin na r. So now, pwede natin to alisin. Cancel. So, eto pwede natin i-rewrite as r over r squared. Dito rin sa kanan. This is equal to 2/3 squared. So, pwede natin i-equate yung parehas loob. So, r over r, that is equal to 2/3. So, meron tayong nakuwang relationship ng dalawang radius. Gagamitin natin mamaya. Next, what is the volume of the smaller sphere? So, dapat alam muna natin yung volume ng sphere. Yung formula, that is 4/3 pi r cube. So, tandaan natin tong formula. So, ang volume pa lang ng smaller, yung hinahanap natin is Vs is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. Diba ang radius ng maliit na sphere is maliit na r. So, now, paano natin to isosolve? Gagamitin natin tong given na equation, yung pinakauna. So, solving for Vs, eto, that is equal to 100 pi minus VB. Nilipat ko lang. And dito ko sinubstitute yan. And now, for third pi r cube. Ano yung volume ng malaking sphere? That is equal to 4/3 pi r cube. Using this formula. And yung r lang yung nagbago. Kasi nga, yung radius is malaki. Now, mapapansin natin na malaking r at maliit na r na lang yung natitira sa atin. Pero yung hinahanap natin is volume ng sphere na maliit. So, dapat r na maliit yung matira sa atin. So, eto palang malaking r. Dapat maalis yan. Di ba meron tayong equation dito na nakuha kanina? So, we will solve for r na malaki. Plus multiply, we have 3r over 2. So, etong sasubstitute natin dito. So, and you will see why. Pi. So, 3r over 2 cube. 4/3 pi r cube. Papansin mo na lahat na lang sila maliit na r. And yun nga yung goal natin. Simplify na lang natin. We have 4 over 3 pi. Ito, pag kinub natin, 27 r cube over 8. Yan. 4/3 pi r cube. So, now, simplify na lang natin to. Dito na tayo sa taas. Kasi wala na tayong space. So, eto, makakancel to. Diba, divisible sila. By 3, magiging 9. Eto rin, magiging 2, magiging 1. Therefore, matitira na lang sa atin is 100 pi minus, ilan na lang? 9 pi r cube over 2. Sa kanan, walang nagbago. And makikita natin lahat sila may pi. Pwede natin siya alisin. And ito na lang matitira sa atin. 9 cube over 2 4/3 r cube. And now, kukunin natin yung value ng r cube. So, lipat lang natin. 9/2 r cube plus 4/3 r cube. Kukunin natin yung r cube since yung hinahanap natin volume ng maliit is eto. So, r cube, direkta na siya. So, paano ito makakuha? LCD natin, we have 6. 3 times 9, 27 plus 2 times 4, 8. Labas natin yung r cube, that is 100. So, wala na naman tayong space. Dito na lang sa atin, dito lang tayo sa So, magiging 100 is equal to 35 over 6 r cube. And to solve for r cube, multiply both sides by the reciprocal of this fraction, 6 over 35. Kasi, makakancel to. We have r cube is equal to, ilan to? That is 150 over 7. So, meron na tayong r cube. And eto na yung volume natin. So, ano na lang natin? Substitute. So, 4/3 pi, ang r cube natin is 150 over 7. Therefore, our final answer is 200 pi over 7 cubic units. Ito na yung answer natin. Napakahaba. Pero, napakasimple lang ng sagot. Two cars compete in a race for a stretch of 1,000 meters. It took one car 130 seconds while the other 110 seconds to reach the finish line. When the faster car reached the finish line, how far was the slower car behind the faster car? So, paano ba natin to solve? Ang gagawin ko una is, kukunin ko muna yung individual speed nila. So, ang formula ng speed, distance over time. Dapat alam natin yan. Kasi elementary pa lang, tinuturo na sa atin. So, sabi, in 1,000 meters, 130 seconds lang yung niya. So, eto naman sa kabila, 1,000 meters, that is 110 seconds lang. So, ang speed niya is, simplify na lang natin, 100 over 13 meter per second. Sa kabila naman, 100 over 11 meter per second. So, alin yung mas mabilis? Siyempre, eto mas mabilis kasi mas mababa yung denominator. Or pwede nyo dyan i-check sa calculator. So, sabi, kung etong faster car ay na-reach na yung finish line. So, let's say eto na yung car 2 natin. Asan ba, gaano ba siya kalayo sa car 1 natin? Let's say andito yung car 1 natin. Ito yung hinahanap na distance. So, paano ba natin yan ma-solve? Ang gagawin natin is kukunin natin yung distance na ita-travel ng car 1, yung mas mabagal, in the time na yung car 2 is nasa finish line na. Ano yung time? We're in yung car 2 is nasa finish line na. That is 110 seconds. So, ang gagawin ko pala is kukunin ko yung distance ng slower in 110 seconds. So, distance from this formula, cross multiply lang. So, ang distance niya ay ang speed neto is, di ba alam natin, that is 100 over 13 meter per second. And yung time na gagamitin natin is eto, 110. So, ano natin? Ilan to? That is 11,000 over 13 meters. So, eto, siya yung distance na travel. Ang hinahanap is kung how far ba sila. So, gawin lang natin is minus lang natin sa 1,000 kasi 1,000 to. So, ang sagot pala natin is, wait lang. Sagot natin is 1,000 meters minus 11,000 over 13. So, that is equal to 2,000 over 13 meters. So, ito na yung final answer natin. Pwede din yung sa decimal. The angle of elevation of the top of the building from a point on the level ground is twice the angle of elevation of a window 1/3 of the way up the building. Find the angle of elevation of the top of the building. So, first, illustrate natin. So, let's say meron tayong building dito. And sabi, merong point on the level ground. Let's say, andito yung point. Nasa ground na siya. And yung angle of elevation daw niya on the top of the building. So, ito yung angle of elevation. Ito is twice the angle of elevation of a window 1/3 of the way up the building. So, 1/3 of the up in the building, yung window. So, andito yung window natin. Meron ding angle of elevation. Etong angle daw is twice this angle. So, let's say, etong angle is theta. Therefore, etong malaking angle, that is 2 theta. And now, ang hinahanap yung angle of elevation of the top of the building, which is yung 2 theta. So, paano ba natin ito i-solve? Ang gagawin ko is, pwede ko itong i-let as h, yung height. And now, i-split ko to into 2 right triangle. Ito yung h tapos 2 theta. Ito naman yung sa isa, which is h over 3 kasi nga 1/3 of the height. And ito is theta. And parehas yan right triangle. Now, paano ba natin to i-solve? Okay, pwede ko tong sabihin na this is x kasi parehas lang naman sila ng distance from the building. So now, gagamit tayo ng trigonometric identity. Specifically, tangent kasi angle, opposite over adjacent. So, tangent 2 theta, that is equal to h over x. Dito rin sa kabila. Tangent of theta is equal to ito divided by 3 or h over 3x. Inano ko na sinimplify. And now, we can solve for x or pwede rin h, kahit alin. So, dito mas simple yung h. Solving for h, cross multiply lang, we have ito. Dito rin, cross multiply. 3x tangent theta. Pares na h, pwede ko na to equate na pares na loob. So, x tangent 2 theta is equal to 3x tangent theta. And parehas may x, pwede ko na yan alisin. that is tangent 2 theta, is equal to 3 tangent theta. And now, we will use a trigonometric identity. Double angle of tangent, that is, so we have tangent 2 theta, that is equal to 2 tangent theta over 1 minus tangent squared theta. So, eto. Kailangan natin to i-memorize or i-familiarize. Yan yung gagamitin natin dito. So, substitute ko lang to dito. And wala na tayong space. Dito na lang tayo sa taas. So, pasensya na, maliit kasi yung board ko. So, now, substitute ko to. Eto, we have 2 tangent theta over 1 minus tangent squared theta. That is equal to 3 tangent theta. And now, parehas may tangent theta, pwede natin to i-cancel. And cross multiply, we have 2 is equal to 3 minus 3 tangent squared theta. Dinistribute ko na agad siya. And lipat ko yung 3 tangent squared theta para maging positive. That is 1. Divide both sides by 3, 1/3. And extract natin. So we have tangent theta is equal to, positive lang yung kukunin ko. So we have 1 over the square root of 3. So now, how to solve theta? Diba this is a special right triangle? So since tangent yan, ito yung theta, opposite 1. And ang ano natin, adjacent is the square root of 3. Diba this is yung, ito yung right triangle na 30, 60, 90. Therefore, yung theta natin is equal to 30 degrees. Pero yan ba yung hinahanap natin? Hindi. Ang angle of elevation of the top of the building is yung 2 theta. So, 2 theta is equal to, okay, tama ka, that is 60 degrees. Ito na yung final answer natin. Find the distance between two parallel lines, 4x minus 9y minus 18 is equal to 0, and 8x minus 18y plus 11 is equal to 0. So, mayroon tayong formula to get the distance between two parallel lines. And that is C1 minus C2 over square root of A squared plus B squared. And naka-absolute value yan. So, absolute value. Ano yung C1, C2, A, and B? Ang C1 and C2, sila yung constant term ng equation. So, etong constant, ililipat natin. Gagawin natin siyang standard form. Yung constant, sila yon. And yung A and B, sila yung coefficient ng X and Y. And dapat, magkamukha yung equation ng lines. So, doon tayo sa una. 4x minus 9y. Pag nilipat natin, magiging 80 na. Sa pangalawa, magiging negative 11. Meron na tayong C1 and C2 kahit alin sa dalawa. Pero yung A and B natin, hindi pa sila magkamuka. So, gagawin natin, dapat magkamuka sila. So, divide both side by 2 lahat to. Kasi pag dinivide ko to, magiging 4x minus 9y is equal to 11, negative 11 over 2. Which is, magkamuka na sila. So, for yung A, ito naman yung B. And ito sa dalawa, kahit alin yung C1 and C2. So, ayan. Then, substitute na lang natin. Absolute value of C1 is 18 minus negative 11 half. So, magiging positive na yan. Over square root of A squared. Ang A natin is 4. Ang B natin is negative 9. Samahin natin yung sign. And marunong naman tayo siguro mag-simplify. That is equal to 47 square root of 97 over 194. Or kung allowed yung calculator, that is equal to 2.39 units. Ito na yung final answer natin. Find the sum of the coefficients in the expansion 3x plus 1 raised to the fourth power. So, pwede tayo gumamit ng Pascal triangle. And medyo mahaba siya. So, mayroon tayong shortcut dito. Basta binomial raised to any power. Ito yung shortcut. Set the variables to 1. So, dito, ang variable lang is x, isa lang. So, set natin, 3 times 1 plus 1 raised to the 4th power. 3 plus 1, 4. 4 to the 4th is 256. Ito na yung answer natin. And, applicable din ito sa ibang trinomial, pero di sa lahat. So, kapag binomial, ito agad yung gawin mo. Kahit huwag mo nang gawin yung Pascal triangle. If the longitude of Tokyo is 139 degrees east and that of Manila is 121 degrees east, what is the time difference between Tokyo and Manila? So, meron tayong formula dyan, and that is difference in time over 24 hours is equal to difference in longitude over 360 degrees. So, ito yung hinahanap natin. So, let's say that is x. Ito. So, we have difference in longitude 139 minus 121 over 360. So, ito, this is equal to 18. And solving for x, cross multiply lang, 24 times 18 over 360, that is equal to 1.2 hours. And, or, that is equal to 1 hour and 12 minutes. Ito na yung answer natin.